Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another video. There's another paid request, this time for Andrew Patterson. They do so much for that. For those interested in requesting any other type of videos or topics, reactions, reviews, or anything in between, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links down below in the info box. And I apologize for this because I'm still dealing with this eye strain. Just, it happens from time to time. But Breaking Bad Season 1 Episode 2. Now what's interesting about Breaking Bad is, in the past I reviewed the first episode, and then someone wanted me to watch the last episode. And now episode 2. And I would say, so far, it's an interesting show because of the cast and how unsure, you're wondering where the story's going to go, and there's certain twists and turns to the story that make it a bit more intriguing. Because, I mean, people know Breaking Bad, but for those who don't, you have this character, Walter H. White, who works as a chemistry teacher. One day, he gets to the doctor, and he finds out that he's diagnosed with terminal lung cancer and a short amount of time to live. And so he wants to make sure that his wife and his handicapped son, they have a secure financial future. Well, he's a chemistry teacher, so he goes in and creates meth. Crystal meth. Yeah. I think it's called blue meth. Like the pristine shit. So one thing leads to another. He gets in touch with this other guy, played by Aaron Paul, and they start making meth together. Aaron Paul knows the connections. Bryan Cranston, our lead, knows the chemistry, and then crazy shit happens. And last we saw is a few people were dead, and there's an RV. And they're getting the RV out and try to get it out and get the fuck out of there because there's dead bodies that need to be taken care of. But come to find out, those dead bodies are not quite dead. I like Bryan Cranston's, oh shit. And then the tower cries, like, oh okay, they're not dead. What's going to happen next? Well, they've got two problems. One's dead, one's not dead. Someone's going to have to take care of the other. One is going to cut up the dead body and melt it using, a type of acid. Meanwhile, the other is going to have to end that guy, and whether bare hands or guns or how the hell you do it. And when I'm saying how it takes these little twists and turns, for example, the guy who's not quite dead, he gets down, he's walking around out of it, and Bryan Cranston's driving, and he just sees him. What the fuck? And the way Bryan Cranston's like, do I grab him? Do I not grab him? But ultimately does grab him. And that sort of indecision and just being so confuddled and bamboozled and befuddled at the situation that he keeps getting into more and more so. And the guy even like runs off and smacks himself to a tree. And so the two of them, Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, they even flip a coin. One deals with the body, one deals with the guy still alive. And so then it diverges where one, Aaron Paul, can't get the certain rubber, it wasn't rubber, but I forget the material. Because Bryan Cranston says, okay, you're going to melt this body after you cut it up, but you have to be putting that in a specific type of setting, otherwise the acid will eat through. I guess Aaron Paul didn't really listen to that or didn't give a shit. So, does it in the bathtub, And so you get a shot, which this was so far the craziest shot in the show. The liquefied remains just crash right through the floor because they ate right through the fucking bathtub. And Bryan Cranston, gives him a tongue lashing about that. But more like a quiet, sensible, like, this is why I told you to do it this way. And on the flip side, Bryan Cranston's trying to work his way up to kill this guy who's still alive, but doesn't. It's just, no, let's give him food. Let's give him water. Let's give him a place to shit in. And it's like, what's that? You can give him your telephone, your daytime phone number, your address, your wife's shoe size. It's like... And you have other stuff going on, like the wife of Bryan Cranston knows something is up. But with Bryan Cranston, the few nuggets of info he gives, well, he pretty much tells her, oh, Aaron Paul's my weed dealer. And so she goes up and tells him, I know who you are. I know what you're doing. And even, you know what, my brother's with the DEA. What? Yeah, so stop selling my husband marijuana. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. Plus, on a little side note, it was cool to see the Three Stooges get referenced because one of our characters is watching the Three Stooges. One in particular with Shemp in it. So that was nice to see because, I'm a big Three Stooges fan. I mean, spoiler alert. It ends with Bryan Cranston hasn't killed the guy. But Aaron Paul does dissolve the body, but it goes right through the bathtub, lands on the floor underneath. And I would say this is a little bit more... I'm trying to think, like, which would I prefer, this or the first episode? I liked both for what they are I've liked in the show so far. Again, because Bryan Cranston really nails it as a guy who knows what he's doing chemistry-wise, but he's a bit out of his lead when it comes to the other stuff. And he's still trying to maintain his cool, but at the same time, with the increasing crazier situations, then dealing with Aaron Paul and all these others, it just... He's doing it by the skin of his teeth, I'll put it that way. Aaron Paul, I know he did some movies like Need for Speed, which was okay at the end of the day, to be fair. He definitely seems more comfortable in this role, but maybe because he also has more to play with, where he's a student of Bryan Cranston's character, but at the same time, he's wild and crazy and doing this and that, but never got annoying, at least so far. Never got irritating. Just felt natural. And overall, yeah, I like that. I like the way it's a good-looking show. Doesn't look cheap or use a lot of fake effects or anything of that nature. The bit with the organs, what's left crashing through from the roof, did look like something out of a horror movie, which was a plus. And Bryan Cranston, the fact, how he deals with his family is very different with how he deals with Aaron Paul in this situation. But it's getting to him a little bit. He even tells his wife, "She just, get the fuck off my back." For what I understand, in the third episode, he finally does tell him that he does have cancer. So, this is basically what I've heard about the following episode. Yeah, there are moments that did make me chuckle as well, where something happens and he goes, "Wait, you didn't do it? I'll do it tomorrow." "Hey, man, we flipped a coin. We flipped a coin, man. Come on, we flipped the coin. You didn't do what you wanted to do." Just how, when he says, "We flipped the coin," like, Aaron Paul starts sounding more and more like a child. "It is not fair. I did my part. I melted the motherfucker. Where's your... Tomorrow, We flipped a coin. Again, just the way he was playing off made me chuckle as well. Overall, yeah, not bad at all. It's definitely intriguing. Definitely, I can see it as a show that pulls people in to see what's going to happen next to this guy, his business, his family, all that other stuff. So, overall, didn't mind it. Didn't mind it at all. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.